you had exclusive access to visit a potential oil exploration site there. Tell us about what you discovered.
Yeah, Julie, this company called MarchGL right now, when it goes public via SPAC merger, probably end of this month, early next month, it'll be called Greenland Energy Company, led by a veteran oilman named Robert Price, who's been in this field for 40 plus years. And they started prospecting this site on this peninsula called Jameson Land off the eastern coast. The U.S. Geologic Survey puts Arctic oil at 90 billion barrels.
Wow. These
guys think on this Jameson Land prospect, they could be sitting at up to 13 billion, which would be the biggest find in the last decade.
By point of comparison, remind me how much the reserves under Venezuela are that we're talking about?
300 billion barrels.
300 billion barrels. Okay, so still smaller than something like that, but incrementally, potentially large.
And the difference you have here is that Venezuelan oil is all this really heavy crude we've been talking about, right? Really thick, hard to process. The oil that they're sitting on, they think they're sitting on this Greenland patch, is very similar to Brent crude in the North Sea. Light, sweet oil, really good for the market, and trades at a premium to pretty much every other grade on the planet. They're doing it because there is opportunity, right? All the other major oil companies in the world, Exxon, Shell, BP, Eni, they've all gone and looked at Greenland. They've evaluated this prospect. There was a period in the 2010s where it looked like a lot of these companies were actually really going to start drilling. All of them pulled back because it's too hard. And the thing that Robert Price, the CEO of this company, told me is that his company is smaller. You know, they don't have the shareholder responsibility needs. They don't have the dividend and risk profile concerns. So he's taking a risk here. It's a huge risk, but if it pays off, it could be a huge reward.
So let's bring it back then to Trump's quest to get Greenland one way or another. Does that also present a risk to this project? What would happen then?
It could. It's really hard to tell how the geopolitics could play out. Right now, Greenland controls its mineral rights. Greenland is an autonomous territory of Denmark, but it has the control over its mineral rights, what's sitting below the subsoil, right? So any oil, any critical minerals, as has been a focus, anything like that, Greenland has the right to. If there were to be a US annexation or something like that, what would happen to those rights would be in question. So there's just too many variables right now to say how the project would be impacted, but I think it's very safe to say there would be some impact.
Well, and one would think, I mean, and if this isn't too speculative, the fact that it is a US company going in and doing this would be helpful to avoid disruption potentially.
Yes, I think the Trump administration, and this is not confirmed, but I would imagine that they're looking at this project and saying this could be a potentially good thing, right? Because we have US presence.
We will drill, baby, drill.